Hey guys, welcome to Worlds Collide. I'm Matt.
And I'm Tony.
And this is our Flash recap for the week. This episode was titled Back to Normal. After last week's episode where Barry gave his power to Zoom, this was his first episode without any speed since the pilot, I think.
Yeah.
Literally, the title Back to Normal was literally how this episode felt.
Back to normal.
Very boring.
I mean, it had its moments, but it's another, again, it's one of those episodes. Flash has few of those episodes where you're just like, this is boring. So I'm not entirely mad because this is like the first episode where I'm like, okay, well, it's like the second episode, actually.
Yeah, I think last week's episode I was more upset with because of the cliche stuff that was going on and how things played out. No, there were some definitely cool moments, like why can't Daniel Panabaker's character?
Oh, the Killer Frost moment.
But who was what's her name? Why can't I think of it?
Oh,
Cisco and oh my gosh, this is real life.
Anyway, Danielle Panabaker.
Danielle Panabaker. Oh my god, people are gonna be watching this going, these guys don't know crap. Yeah, her meeting her doppelganger Killer Frost, I loved. I love the dynamic between both of them. She doing what she did with the showing off her smarts was really cool. Especially because then watching Killer Frost kind of react to her like, oh, okay, you do know a thing or two. Caitlin Snow. So ridiculous how we can't forget that. And I like that, and I loved Zoom coming back, being like, "No, don't need you now," and then kill her off. Like, how cool! Like,
I didn't like that. I hate that. Felt like such an excuse to kill Killer Frost. Like the fact that we even had Killer Frost was awesome, and now you're just gonna dismantle her. Like I would like the idea more of after the completion of the story, Killer Frost made her way to Earth-1, and that's how they would use Killer Frost. So it'd be her doppelganger just attacking people with Caitlin Snow still present, and that would be a good way to get Killer Frost's rogue in there. You know what I mean?
that would have been way cool.
Unless the particle accelerator goes off and she becomes Killer Frost.
Right.
But I don't see that happening because she's so sweet. Like unless she's already lost what 2 people she loves. Actually, she's lost 1 person she loves, which we'll get to that. And then the guy that she falls in love with next is actually a serial killer. So bad stuff has already happened to her, and she still hasn't faltered on her heart.
I really like her character. So.
I do too. I'm just saying, they just got rid of Killer Frost when they had the potential of having an Earth 2 Killer Frost in this world.
Hey, why do they keep teasing the man in the Iron Mask, man? Who do you think that is?
I have a rumor. I mean, I heard a rumor.
Yeah, you have a rumor.
Ronnie Amell. Ronnie Amell. Wait.
Firestorm? Why?
You never see what happens to him, and I'm still not convinced he died. And it's either him, the actual Jay Garrett, that's the good Jay Garrett, or Eddie.
Eddie would be nuts because he makes that comment like you wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Yeah, I still think it's Firestorm.
Eddie would be really nuts if it was. That'd be cool.
I feel like when Ronnie died, I didn't feel like it actually happened because the way they did it is, where's Ronnie? Oh, he didn't come back. And he explodes. He's fire. I don't think he died, but we'll see.
We'll see. What else happened? Oh, Harrison Wells looking for his daughter. She decided to come back and help out the team. Her dynamic with Cisco, man, she fit right in. But I think Cisco's so charismatic that he can work with anybody. He's a fantastic actor.
I think other than Felicity on Arrow, he's the best thing about these shows. You know what I mean?
I actually prefer Cisco to Felicity.
No, I do too.
Oh,
I'm saying that when Arrow came out, Felicity was the biggest thing. And then now when Flash came out, Cisco's the biggest thing. And Cisco right now, as it stands, is he's one of my favorite characters.
Yeah, and I mean, and they know it because they started the Cisco Chronicles.
Yeah.
And part 2 came out this week, and we'll talk about that at the very end. Flash, the Metahuman this week. I know that he has more lore into DC Comics, but they really were just kind of throwaway Metahuman of the week. I forget his name, but every time he uses brute strength, he'd get old.
Yeah,
Benjamin Button himself.
It was boring.
Yeah, it was like I said. This episode was very normal. Is what it felt like. I don't know what else to say.
I mean, it was definitely it's another filler episode because we have 4 episodes left.
I think there's 4 left in the season.
4 left, so we're on that home stretch now. So they're literally just playing with okay, we need to get out these little filler episodes, and then the
Right.
last like 3 episodes will probably be like,
Oh, yeah. You know, we talked about it last week. We said how he's going to get his powers back, and I don't know if you saw the preview or the poster that came out. It looks like they're going to try and flashpoint it, to kind of recreate with the lightning strike and
Yeah.
everything. So
if they
that's freaking cool.
if they recreate it, that'd be interesting to see if that's how Wally West gets his power.
Ooh, that
Like,
would be fun. I didn't
like-
think about that.
Because if you think about Wally West, like he's always like walking in. Oh, I want to say thank you to Flash. I want to say thank you to this.
yeah,
Wally West
they
might
are setting
actually-
him up.
Wally West might actually go back to where that scene where Zoom had him, inside the Star Labs.
Yeah.
And when they're recreating it, Wally gets
Oh,
struck too.
Damn, I didn't even think about all
And
that.
if you think about it this way, like that would be a way for Wally to get his powers, but still have Flash faster than him.
Yeah.
So,
So, wow, I never even thought about that. So, I don't know. The episode was boring to me. It was okay. Like,
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't
alright.
really stand out. Score.
7.5. 7.
It's 7.
7.
It was probably last week. I think we gave it a little bit higher because there was more the backstory
Yeah.
on Zoom. But yeah, this one I feel might have been a little bit worse. It was boring, but we're on the home stretch, like you said. Next week's a big one, man. He's got to get his powers back. So let's see how it plays out. Chronicles of Cisco Part 2. Told you last week that he was in Star Labs working late. Finds out there's a metahuman inside of Star Labs, so he's got his phone out, he's got his gun, he's walking through, and he's like voice recording himself, and he's like, note to self, shouldn't be here at like 3:30 in the morning by yourself. And then it turns out the metahuman is Mona from season 1, the chick who could teleport.
Oh, okay.
So she steals the gun from Cisco. And he was like, Cisco scare. And then it cuts. They're only 2 minutes long, but then it cuts right as she's kind of like got the stare down with Cisco. So we'll see how it plays out. Cisco getting himself into trouble, and he's all by himself. So, all right, guys, that's it for our Flash recap for this week. We'll definitely keep watching, and we'll keep doing these. So, for Worlds Collide, I'm Matt.
And I'm Tony.
And make sure to subscribe to our channel, and we will see you guys next time. Later.